everyone. I'm Mike Mulkey. I'm a product manager with Oracle's Cloud Applications Engineering team. And I am very fortunate today to have Mike Revitt here from CSC, Computer Sciences Corporation. And I got to tell you right off the bat, Mike, they do everything. I read on them, and you might tell me a little bit about what you do, because it sounds like Computer Sciences Corporation, from an IT infrastructure standpoint, has got their fingers into everything.
Yeah, and you're right. We've got our fingers in pretty much everything. We touch all technologies in all regions. We're completely global. We were founded in 1959, so we're one of the first, if not the first SI. And my role there is I'm Global Head of Engineer Systems, which sounds grandiose, but the reality is what that means is I own all of our go-to-markets around the Oracle Engineer Systems suite of systems, and also the cloud announcements that are coming out as well. So the new PaaS, the IaaS, the bare metal, all of those announcements all fall under my portfolio as well. So I designed the technical solutions, which is our private or hybrid cloud really, but also the commercial model that goes with it.
And I didn't introduce you properly, but as Global Head of Engineered Systems, right?
That's correct.
So tell us a little bit about, what's going on in the area of supercluster.
Well, supercluster is an interesting beast. I did some analysis on it years ago now when the T4 first came out, if you remember. It was just after the acquisition. And Oracle had some catch-up to do, I'll be honest. The old T4 chip wasn't quite there. But the advances that we've seen, this year-on-year development, the amount of money that Oracle are throwing into the R&D has certainly changed the games. I mean, the T5 was great, the M6, sorry, took it to a new plane, and the new T7, the M7 chip with the encryption on die, the SQL offloading, it's in a whole different place now. I mean, when you do the benchmarks now, it's not just it's the fastest CPU, which you see everywhere, but it's actually about single-threaded performance. So the speed of the cores is also now amongst the fastest, if not the fastest, on the market. And what that means is, Oracle's obsessed with speed, customers are obsessed with money, and what high performance means is I can go denser. So I can put more databases, more applications onto a single platform, and therefore I can drive the price down. So from my point of view, I'm delivering a private cloud environment into a very competitive market, and by taking advantage of the supercluster and the Spark range, it allows me to do it at a much lower price point, and therefore gives me a competitive advantage.
You're preaching to the choir. It sounds good. Our theme this week is, as you've seen from Larry Ellison on down, is cloud. It's a big movement. Oracle's seen their customers go there. What, in your specific area with Computer Sciences Corporation, what challenges are your customers seeing around this movement?
Very quickly before I touch on that, because the advance has been phenomenal. I mean, only 18 months ago, 2 years ago, customers are still wanting to buy their own infrastructure and have us manage it. 12 months ago, they still wanted everything on-premise, although they now wanted us to own it. And now, on-premise is actually yesterday's news. So in only 2 years, they've gone from wanting to own everything to owning nothing and not even want it in their own data center. Now, what that's driving is a massive shift. We're seeing people wanting to migrate hundreds, thousands, and in some cases tens of thousands of images out of their estates into the cloud environments. And this brings challenges. When I speak to the CIOs, the CTOs about doing this, the number one challenge is they don't actually know what they've got. And that's a problem, because if you're going to move it, it's a good idea to know what you have and how it interacts. But even if they do know what they've got, they don't necessarily know who owns it. So if you think about moving a suite of applications, you need to know, can I get an outage? Who do I impact? Who tests it? How do they test it? But not knowing what I've got or who owns it means I've got a huge challenge up the front. And even if you get beyond all those barriers, your next challenge is, what's the impact on my business? The industry today, it's hugely competitive, prices are down, or to say the budget, I should say, is right down. It's a very price-sensitive market. Everyone's dealing with very low margins. The risk of moving an application from somewhere where it's, in some cases, been running quite happily for 10, 15, 20 years to this new world is something they're really concerned about.
Yeah, and you guys clearly see supercluster playing into that.
Yeah, supercluster.
That's part of why you're here, right?
It's a key part of it, yeah. And we've put a huge amount of tooling around that. In fact, I'm doing a presentation tomorrow on a tool we've jointly developed with Oracle Product Development to allow us to move these things into the public cloud through an automated way, so it's repeatable, predictable, scalable, and also it doesn't require an army of consultants and engineers behind the scenes. It's push button.
Fantastic. Mike, we really appreciate you taking the time to come down and talk with us, and thank you for joining us.